One.
Hello viewers, it's Timothy 2009 and I'm finally back with another video. And I'm personally excited for this one because today we're going to be talking about another Tomy Thomas model. Now, if you saw my last video, we took a look at the supposed real or fake Trackmaster Donald Douglas. But now we're going to be going even further back in time. Back to when the merchandise of Thomas Friends was actually good. So, yes, for those of you who don't know, Tomy and Wooden Railway were my childhood, as well as Ertl. Although I never really collected Ertl until I got older. Like, I did have the take-along trains, but I will admit, like, I prefer Ertl over take-along. Not saying that it's bad or anything, but yeah. I would say that Wooden Railway and Tomy were two of my favorite toy lines. Now, the merchandise of Thomas & Friends has definitely taken a dip in quality for some reason, but again, I like to reminisce on the times when it was actually good. So, in this video, we're going to be taking a look at Thomas's faithful coaches, Annie and Clarabel. Now, I'm going to say, like, I personally love having these three back together, and just, like, the fact that I actually have this back after so many years of not, like, I don't know, I've done a lot of dumb things with my Thomas trains, like selling them for others and, like, paying them into a bunch of, like, stuff, but I've definitely, like, gotten better as a custom modeler and just a collector in general. So, now, weirdly enough, I never really had any rolling stock back then. The only rolling stock I actually do have is Oliver's Red Coaches. Like, I do have the whole Steam team. I have, like, Duck, Donald, Douglas, and Oliver, but there are still other characters I would like to get, and more rolling stock as well. Now, Annie and Clarabel weren't originally going to be the only rolling stock I was asking for Christmas. I did, like, one of the things that I asked for was, like, a Tomy rolling stock lot with just a bunch of random trucks and coaches. But we just never got around to buying them. But I still can't complain too much because I'm really happy to have Annie and Clarabel back. Just to go, like, with Thomas. So now it's like I have Thomas's branch line. Even though I don't have any Tomy tracks, I don't know if I might get some one day or not, but yeah. Now, one thing I don't understand is, like, why the merchandise has changed. Like, why some certain other companies just decide to go back and, like, fix something that wasn't broken. If you don't know what I'm talking about, this Tomy Thomas has undergone a lot of changes. They decided to rebrand the name from Tomy to Trackmaster back in the early 2000s and just give Thomas, like, red boiler lining. Then when the CGI series came around, they changed his face and actually gave him, like, white eyes and a white smile. Yeah, if you don't know, his face is unpainted. The only thing that's painted are his pupils and his eyebrows. But I'm gonna be honest, I love the simpler design of the Tomy Thomas. I'm a huge fan of simplistic merchandise where sometimes they'll have accurate faces, but lack certain details. The only thing I hate about that is the fact that they don't have any white running boards. Yes, if you don't know, I actually did paint his running board white. Yeah. And I don't know how old this battery is, but he still has a little bit of juice left in him. Yeah. And I'm surprised that he still works, considering that he's been in storage for, like, about 2 or 3 years. Maybe longer. I don't know. I've had this since, like, 2019, and I actually got him for Christmas. So it is kind of a nice, like, full circle if you think about it. But yeah. And then, like, again, like, after that, they just decided to, like, change the entire, like, body design and create a completely different mold for Thomas. And when the Trackmaster 2 came out, everyone was not a fan of, like, it. Mainly because of, like, how ugly the wheels looked and the weird proportions, like the squashed cab. I don't know if that's, like, cost, like, less to, like, produce. But yeah, I don't know why he had a squashed cab. I mean, he did have a taller funnel, which is kind of accurate if you think about it, but... And they just gave him a CGI face. Now, the reason why most people hate the Trackmaster 2 range is because it's not compatible with Tomy. They don't really work on the Tomy tracks because they have these weird gear wheels.
Do you have any of them?
Well, I just have the All Engines Go versions and the Talking Thomas.
Oh, yeah.
And, yeah, but the wheels were like these weird gear type of light wheels. They don't free roll. You just hear them click, and they would get stuck on the Tomy tracks. So I can definitely see why a lot of people hate that. I mean, I used to actually did have the entire Trackmaster 2 range, almost, if you saw some of my old videos. Which I can't really look back at them as I'm older, because I think my old videos were kind of cringe back then. But I have improved a lot as a YouTuber. My quality has gotten better. And YouTube has definitely, like, changed, like, its quality for the better, but I still despise their copyright rules and other stuff, which I'd rather not get into, but that's besides the point. And ever since Mattel, like, took over the Thomas brand, I think things have gotten worse, but weirdly enough, their merchandise has gotten slightly better with the All Legends Ghost stuff, because while yes, the show is terrible, the merchandise does have a nice quality. But still, I still prefer the original Tomy trains. They just have such a certain charm to them that a lot of Thomas fans, like, really go out on. Like, if you see a lot of fan-made Thomas creators, they'll usually, like, use Tomy trains, like, make custom merchandise all based off the Tomy line. I don't know which one is more popular, Tomy or Wooden Railway. Let me know in the comments below. But anyways, yeah, basically, let's talk about Annie and Clarabel. So, their faces are really cute. Like, they have a... I always loved the look of the faces on Annie and Clarabel, even in the television series.
They're paper stickers?
Yeah. I mean, the Tomy, Trackmaster, Doll, and Douglas we did have had stickers.
Yeah, those are covered. They're plasticky, though. They're not paper like the...
Like, I don't know what type of, like, machine they use to, like, make these stickers. I know when people make customs, they'll usually use, like, a Cricut cutter.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, these are, like, vinyl stickers. But the thing that I hate about sticker detail is that you can't get it back once you peel it off.
That's true.
So I do think they could have, like, actually painted these on, but unless you, like, are careful, like, and still mess with the stickers, you'll still have a nice little model in good condition. Now, I don't know, like, if there's been any eBay listings with a Tomy Thomas that had the stickers ripped off. I'm sure someone will let me know. But yeah, these would just be, like, regular branch line coaches if these two didn't have their faces, but you could use that for, like, custom models and, like, probably try to, like, scrub off the, like, nameplates, just, like, have some generic orange coaches if you wanted to. But, again, another thing I love about Annie and Clarabel is their cursive lettering. Like, if you look, you'll see that their names are written in cursive, which I do find interesting.
Let me see.
Yeah. I mean, it makes them look more, like, unique and vintage, like... Again, I don't know what time period Thomas and Friends takes place in, but that is some very, like, old type of writing.
What year are these trademarked?
Tomy, made in Thailand. Ghislaine Thomas Limited. Wait, they say 2002.
Oh, yeah, that's what that is.
Same thing with the Tomy Thomas right here. However, really enough...
So they're 23 years old?
The thing that holds the wheel together says 2002, but the labeling on the bottom says Tomy, made in Thailand, 1992. I don't know, like, if they just, like, took another, like, piece of a newer Thomas and just put it on here, or I don't know. But basically, these are real products. Like, you can feel the quality of the plastic and how much better it is compared to, like, the Trackmaster Doll and Douglas that I do have. And these do have metal axles, which is one thing people point out about the fake Trackmaster Doll and Douglas that I do have. But anyways, I mean, they do have a little bit of stuff on their roofs, but you can probably, like, rub it off. I think the only thing I don't like about Clarabel is that there's a slight weird gap between, like, where, like, the chassis and the coach combined together. I mean, these are like two separate pieces just screwed together. I mean, but yeah. And you can, like, couple them up and just have them hook on with Thomas. Like, these three as a trio, I could not be happier to, like, have them all completed here. Like, this is my literal childhood right here we're talking about. I mean, I probably haven't taken, like, the best care of these trains. I would just, like, not have them run. I just push them along, which isn't too bad, but I think I did something, like, with the traction tires and, like, basically just, like, messed around with the couplings in weird ways. But, still. I mean, these are, like, there are a few, like, nitpicks I do have with these Tomy trains, like, the biggest example being, like, the fact they run on batteries, and, like, when they die, you'd have to, like, replace them immensely.
Yeah, it would last a long time, though.
Yeah, I mean, these do last a good long
That
while.
one sounds like it needs a new battery.
But these aren't nothing, like, compared to, like, the Bachmann HO scale trains or, like, model trains in general, like, because they don't require batteries, and you don't really have to, like...
Oh, they run electric, right?
Yeah, they run electricity. They're electric powered.
Cool. Cool.
You could say the same thing about the Tomy trains, because they technically run on electricity with batteries. The thing I like about these is that they run by themselves, so you could just, like, watch them go along. I mean, you could do, like, remakes with them if you wanted to, or do other things with them, like, make them into customs. Like, I think the Thomas fandom has really gotten, like, better in terms of, like, creativity. Now, I know some people might be saying that the fandom hasn't been that good, especially as of recently, since people are starting to argue over All Engines Go, but I'd rather, like, not think about that. I just like to think about the people who actually do care about this fandom and, like, want to, like, present what made Thomas good.
You're at 12.
In the first place. Now, I know I've been saying a lot of things that have nothing to do with the Annie and Clarabel, but I still think these are very cute models. And they do go nicely with Thomas, so you can, like, have Thomas... I mean, if you got more, like, stations and stuff, you could probably, like, recreate Thomas's Farquhar branch line and just make a little layout of that.
Why do they always have one facing forward and one facing backward on those?
Right, you're talking about, like...
Their faces.
Well, they really just have, like, one single expression.
Yeah, but, like, you had them hooked up this way, so one was facing forward and one
well,
was
they're just designed like that.
Cool. Are they like that on the show?
Yeah. I think originally Annie and Clarabel both faced either forward or backwards, but later on, they did change into where you have Annie facing the front and Clarabel going back.
So they can't ever see each other, though?
I mean, no, but it would save the trouble, like, having an accident. Like, Thomas could just see what was going in front of him.
Right.
Clarabel could, like, let him know what's happening.
What's happening behind? Maybe she's like the caboose.
Well, not really, like... I think Annie is, like, meant to be a composite coach, and Clarabel's supposed to be, like, the brake coach. Yeah. Still, these are very nice to go with Thomas. Now, I do know that this video's been a little bit short, but I just try to, like, say, like, what I had to, because, like, I really love Annie and Clarabel. They're some of my favorites, and I do plan to get more Tomy rolling stock, like Toad and Scruffy, and more trucks and coaches. I just need to find the time to, like, get a certain lot. I mean, my birthday is coming up, so maybe we'll try, like, get some of the things I didn't get on my Christmas list. I don't know, it's just a possibility. So let me know what you guys think of the Tomy, Annie, and Clarabel in the comments below. Personally, I think they're very nice additions to have with Thomas. Now, I don't know who my next Tomy model might be. Like, I have the Steam team already, and the complete Little Western, like, quartet with, like, Duck, Donald, Douglas, and Oliver. So, I think picking my next character would be a little hard, but there's still a lot I do want, like Rosie, Murdoch, the narrow gauge engines, eventually. I like to get Boko, Mavis, maybe Stepney, and Harvey. There's just a ton of, like, Tomy trains. But yeah. So, thanks for watching this video. Let me know what you thought about the Annie and Clarabel, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.